today he was showing videos of Mexico. And there were these guards with these big things they held in two hands. They looked scary. People were afraid of them. You need to know what they are and how they work. And why people fear them. It's all quite intriguing and somewhat shallow and pedantic.
Hey, I'm Mac. We just found out that guns kill people. Let's learn why. Yeah. You have the gun mechanism.
You shoot them and they fire and kill people.
Put the clip in, then you pull the trigger and sparks fly.
And then you pull the trigger and it like clicks the bullet.
You pull the trigger and it goes bang.
And then it shoots out and it dead people. There's a firing mechanism which initiates the gunpowder and it shoots the bullet out of the chamber.
Reload it, shoot it.
They use thrust.
Excuse me, sir. Can you describe to me how guns work?
Yeah. You have to load up the pod with the bullets, then you press the trigger and the bullets come flying out of the gun.
They produce an amount of energy pushing out a bullet, which is projected as a projectile.
I don't know.
The explosive powder is ignited, increases the pressure, and shoots it out.
Those are all great answers. Now let's find out how they actually work and the physics behind them. I'm in Soviet Russia. Someone here is going to teach me how guns are made. This is my buddy Yuri. He's the one that's going to show us how guns are made. So Yuri, how exactly do you make a gun?
First, to make gun, we need ammunition. Then we need the metal. Oil. And to finish the gun, we got the rest of the parts needed in this pack. Follow me to my gun making room. This is the gun making room. What you do is you put box of gun parts in the middle. Close the door. And then you knock 3 times. After you do the knock, you open up door. There is gun on floor where a box was. And that is how you make guns in Russia.
That's amazing. Now I'm off to see my friend Frederick Steiner in England, so he can tell me more about this. Hello there, Frederick Steiner.
Well, hello there.
Could you tell me how this works, please?
For sure. The trigger is pulled, physics takes over, and the bullet flies out of the muzzle at a high velocity to its destination.
Thank you, Dr. Steiner. That was very helpful and interesting. But I was wondering, could you tell me the physics that go on once you fire the bullet?
Sure. Come to my lab.
Here, let me take that gun for you.
Okay. Come into my lab. Welcome to my lab. There are two main properties, force and transfer of energy. Let's start with force. When you shoot a gun, Newton's third law is in effect. So for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction.
So in Hollywood movies, shouldn't the shooter be shot back too?
Movies are usually inaccurate, because in order for the person getting shot to fly backwards, the shooter must also get thrown back.
Really?
You can see on this next Hollywood clip, the shooter doesn't have much recoil, but the person getting shot is flung back severely.
Interesting. Now can I see a accurate depiction?
And in this next clip, it is a real shooting. As you can see, the person getting shot drops dead and barely moves backwards at all.
Crazy. Thanks, Dr. Steiner. That was very helpful. But you mentioned something about another thing?
Transfer of energy.
Yeah, that's it.
Here, let me explain. When the bullet hits its target, a lot of stress is exerted onto it because of its small size and high velocity. So bullets can easily penetrate materials softer than it, such as flesh, but has a hard time going through materials tougher than it, such as Kevlar. Bulletproof armor works by stopping the bullet with its multiple layers of high-density materials and distributing the forces throughout the vest. But even when the vest does its job, the kinetic energy that you may receive may still leave you with some internal damage.
Doctor, would you like my gun for payment for all your help?
I already have enough guns.
See ya. Yuri, what are you doing here? I thought you were in Russia.
Yuri would like his gun back.
Who are you?
You gave the American too much information. I'll take your gun. You won't be needing it.
Ha 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 ha. And that concludes our physics presentation.